When we think of ancient Egypt, we often picture the grandeur of the pyramids, the enigmatic sphinx, and the lavish tombs of the pharaohs. But beneath the sun-soaked sands of this ancient civilization, there existed a shadowy world, hidden from the common eye, a world of secret societies, forbidden rituals, and arcane knowledge. These societies were not merely religious groups. They were powerful organizations that operated in the shadows, influencing the course of Egyptian history in ways that we are only beginning to understand today. Among the most feared and mysterious of these was the cult of the Serpent, an ancient and secretive group dedicated to the worship of Apep, the serpent god of chaos. This is their story, one of power, fear, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. To truly understand the cult of the serpent, we must first delve into the rich and complex world of ancient Egyptian religion. The Egyptians were deeply spiritual people, their lives intertwined with the divine in ways that governed everything from the rise of the sun to the floods of the Nile. Central to this belief system was the concept of Ma'at, the divine order, balance, and truth that maintained the harmony of the universe. But where there is order, there is also chaos, a force that the Egyptians believed was embodied by Apep, the great serpent. Apep, also known as Apophis, was more than just a mythological creature. He represented the ultimate evil, the antithesis of Ma'at. Every night, as the sun god Ra traveled through the underworld, Apep would attempt to devour him, threatening to plunge the world into eternal darkness. This nightly battle between Ra and Apep was symbolic of the eternal struggle between order and chaos, a struggle that played out not just in the heavens, but in the hearts and minds of the Egyptian people. While most Egyptians revered the gods who upheld Ma'at, there were those who sought power in chaos itself. The cult of the serpent was one such group. Dedicated to the worship of Apep, this secret society believed that by embracing chaos, they could harness its power for their own ends. But joining the cult was not for the faint of heart. It was said that only those who had truly embraced the darkness within themselves could become members, a process that involved terrifying initiation rites and a complete renunciation of the gods of order. The cult of the serpent was believed to have been founded during the turbulent periods of Egyptian history when chaos threatened to overwhelm the land. Its members included powerful priests, military leaders, and even members of the royal family. Individuals who sought to use the cult's forbidden knowledge to gain an edge in the cutthroat world of Egyptian politics. But this knowledge came at a cost. To invoke the power of Apep, the cult members engaged in rituals that were both horrifying and dangerous, involving blood sacrifices, serpent worship, and the use of dark magic. The rituals of the cult of the serpent were shrouded in secrecy, known only to its most trusted members. These rites were performed in hidden chambers beneath the temples, far from the prying eyes of the public. It is said that the cult's most powerful ritual involved summoning the spirit of Apep himself. As the story goes, during this ritual, a massive sacred serpent would be placed in the center of a dark chamber surrounded by symbols of chaos. The cultists, dressed in black robes, would chant ancient incantations, invoking the presence of Apep and calling upon his power to spread disorder and destruction. But the most terrifying aspect of these rituals was the sacrifice. To truly appease Apep, the cult believed that they needed to offer a life, often that of a captured enemy or even a member of their own group who had betrayed the cult's secrets. The blood of the sacrifice was believed to be a powerful conduit for the chaotic energy of Apep, which the cultists would then attempt to channel and control. These rituals were incredibly dangerous, both physically and spiritually, and many who attempted them were said to have lost their minds, or worse, their souls. Despite the risks, the cult of the serpent wielded significant power in ancient Egypt. Its members, drawn from the elite of society, were able to influence events at the highest levels. Some historians believe that the cult may have played a role in key moments of Egyptian history, such as the mysterious death of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, the sudden collapse of the Old Kingdom, or even the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which some believe may have been designed according to the cult's secret principles. The cult's influence extended beyond the borders of Egypt as well. Ancient texts suggest that the cult of the serpent may have had ties to other secret societies across the ancient world, from the oracles of Greece to the Druids of ancient Britain. These connections allowed the cult to spread its influence far and wide, sowing the seeds of chaos wherever they went. But despite its power, the cult remained in the shadows, its members working behind the scenes to manipulate events to their advantage. To the outside world, they were priests, generals, and advisors. But within the secret chambers of their order, they were something far more sinister. Agents of chaos, working tirelessly to bring about the downfall of order and the rise of a new age of darkness. So what became of the cult of the Serpent? Like many secret societies, its history is veiled in mystery. Some believe that the cult was eventually destroyed by rival factions within Egypt, as the forces of Maat sought to purge the land of its chaotic influence. Others think that the cult simply faded into obscurity, its members disappearing into the mists of time, taking their secrets with them. Yet there are those who claim that the cult of the Serpent never truly died. They believe that its teachings were passed down through the centuries, hidden within other secret societies and esoteric traditions. Even today, whispers of the cult can be heard among those who study the occult and ancient mysteries. Whether these claims are true or not, one thing is certain. The cult of the Serpent has left an indelible mark on the history of ancient Egypt, a legacy of fear and fascination that endures to this day. The story of the cult of the Serpent is a reminder that history is not just about the grand monuments and famous figures we read about in books. It is also about the hidden stories, the secret societies, and the forgotten beliefs that shaped the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. In the end, the cult of the Serpent challenges us to look beyond the surface and to seek out the truths that lie hidden in the shadows of the past.